Why does every guy cheat on you? Trust me, I know. How come girls always call you their friend? I can tell you. We'll talk about your strengths and we'll talk about emotions. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Check out yours at secretsofbirthdays.com. Namaste, and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition from my webcam to yours. I'm Christopher Rayman Witecki, your astrologer and soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your karmic story together. Well, the sun is in Libra. In fact, we're about halfway through the Libra transit. We'll move from step 13 to step 19 this week. We're focusing on human relations with the sun in Libra, our own relationship to ourselves. We're trying to negotiate peace, and we're stuck in a grand square. But we'll make some progress this week with that grand cross. Emotionally, it's pretty intense. It starts in Scorpio, then we have Love Fest on Tuesday with the moon in Sagittarius. Then it gets really serious again for 2 days in Capricorn. We got to make some serious decisions. Then we're thinking about the future or feeling about the future this weekend. The moon signs most affected are Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius. And the moon signs going to the dark side this week are Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. Now looking at orbits, man, how our own chakras are affected. The moon, of course, is going to affect mostly the throat chakra this week. That's bringing yellow light to the blue light. It also goes up into the third eye, and don't be surprised if you don't have some crazy dreams. The sun is orbiting our throat chakra as well. So literally, we're getting things all around the throat, all around protection, all around that kind of feeling of choking us up, right? And then Mars is causing heartache to some degree because it's orbiting the heart chakra. So if there's any kind of heart loss, it's a bit more painful than usual right now. Looking at the planets, that trine from Black Lilith up to Saturn means that as you take responsibility and draw emotional boundaries with yourself, you will immediately see old karma cut away thanks to Black Lilith. And Black Lilith moves to step 13 this week, which means we're seeing a whole new reality. Now with the Grand Cross or Grand Square, it will begin to shake loose just a little bit. The sun is out of Black Lilith's grasp, but now is in the grasp of Jupiter. And then at the end of the week, we're going to see the Grand Cross hit kind of a climax. And then, of course, the Grand Trine with Black Lilith, which is saying as you draw emotional boundaries with yourself, you cut away from negative karma, and you move on to your spiritual path, which is a good thing. Zooming in, there's a party going on in Scorpio. Mercury has now joined the Scorpio party. The moon crosses this party this week, and of course, Venus is at the top. So we are focusing on the small details of trust, being responsible on the mid details of trust, and dreaming about the high details of trust. And of course, I'll have all those details of trust when you get upstairs. But before we talk about you, let's grab the Ascension elevator, shall we? And head on upstairs for a bird's eye view of you.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. We realize you have a choice in the astrologers you choose to fly with, and we'd just like to thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Namaste, Tauruses and Taurus risings, and my producer friends. Talking to myself here. Welcome to 33,000 feet for a bird's eye view of you and what's going on. And we are working on our lifestyle right now, a part that we might have thought we had together. That was because Saturn went through Libra between 2009 and 2000 and late 12. And in that time, Tauruses and Taurus risings were seeking to find balance in their daily moment, in their daily reality. And right now we've got a grand square where it's literally a tug of war between your reality and having faith. So in some cases, you're having to innovate faith to get through a bumpy patch of reality. In some cases, it's time to change reality. It's not a faith issue at all. And on top of that, it's a tug of war between thoughts and attitude and beliefs, knowing or not knowing or what's up with that. So it's pretty complicated right now. But at the end of the day, there's a very simple goal. Tauruses and Taurus risings are changing their mirage with themselves forever, and they are manifesting and moving forward with personal dreams. That much we know. So let's take a look, shall we? As we step into this week, we're going to leave the six senses, the very basic part of reality, where there's things in reality like rent and bills and roommates and your car needs its oil changed and car tags and what makes us crazy with reality. All those things that Virgos are good at that the rest of us are not good at, that's what you've been clearing out of the way up until now. This week we're going to look into maximizing performance. That's in your health with athletics, and that's also with the execution of your vision and the execution of your what your heart wants. So it's time to perform, Taurus, and it's time to see where it is we don't perform and why is that. Now, given this, the sun will have a breakthrough when it comes to reality. Reality breakthrough on Sunday, the week that this horoscope comes out. The following week, you are already on track to a new reality. You're moving into action, hopefully, and feeling great about it. Now, the story of the mirage. This is a big part of the Taurus story. I think it's the most of the story, honestly, being a Taurus myself. Mercury, our thoughts now go to mirage and have been in our mirage really all last week. And now they move into who we partner with and who we don't partner with and why. So the Mercury's going to cross the North Node and Saturn, which means you're going to think through all of your mirage vows and reaffirm your mirage vows to yourself. Once you do that, you love and trust your relationship to yourself, then you begin to now take the first baby steps out into the world as far as where you want to align. That's business alignments, that's romantic alignments, that's friendship alignments. These are all relations. And Venus at 28 degrees is planting seeds to new marriage and partnerships. So pay attention to the people you're meeting right now. They may be around for a lifetime. And Jupiter in Cancer, this is the part where Tauruses have to get out of their, quote, stubborn thinking, right? The truth is that Tauruses aren't stubborn in their thinking. They're stubborn when it comes to their beliefs. Pluto in Capricorn right now, jackhammering that. But this week, when it comes to mind games or fighting or legal entanglements, Black Lilith says you are stepping out of that forever, hopefully, and ending the karma with verbal or legal entanglements. At the same time, you're pushing the envelope with what your message is or what you want to say, or pushing the envelope of how you want to be a messenger or who you want to speak to or what you'll speak up for in your own life. So that's pretty profound as well. And don't forget, opposing that Jupiter in Cancer is the I know nothing principle, Pluto in Capricorn. So looking at this week, the big major planets that I want to point out, of course, along the left side there, Jupiter, this is the story of you as a messenger, you pushing the envelope. Love and trust your current attitude in your mind and act on that. So go forward with what you know when it comes to message, communication, speaking up or not speaking up. You're going to find you start manifesting results on Love Fest Day, Tuesday, and you're going to find that that's tested on Saturday. More on that a little bit later. When it comes to the story of the mirage, love and trust that you will never go back to the old relationship with yourself again. I was joking in Practical Wizardry that my old relationship to myself is that I was Adolf Hitler to myself. That was the old mirage. I was married to Adolf Hitler. Every time I turned to myself, I had something else to do for myself for work, something else to conquer. And now I'm finally said, that's it. We're not Hitler to ourselves anymore. Uranus in Aries is the part of the Taurus and Taurus risings that has to innovate inner faith. And when it comes to the innovation of inner faith, you're just loving and trusting where you are right now. You don't have to do any change. And then Neptune at 2 degrees is basically encouraging you to be self-compassionate when it comes to putting yourself out there in the world and be willing to go ahead and begin to trust yourself in the world right now. Now, the week starts with a quantum breakthrough. On Sunday, I think you're going to feel a lifestyle change where you're going to feel a new day. You're going to maybe feel all the work you did in those 2 years from 09 to 12 finally pay off. Like, wow, I might actually have a great life after all. It may work out. And the moon in Scorpio is making you sentimental about your own relationship to yourself. So on Sunday, you are feeling good about yourself if things are going right. If they're not, keep drilling down. What's in your lifestyle that's not allowing you to step into a happier lifestyle? What in your life is not allowing it? On Monday, you're loving and trusting this is all good. Emotions now shift to more romantic or partnerships or strategic alliances. So Monday, you're emotionally kind of connected to those partnerships. Tuesday, it's Love Fest Day, the most loving day of the month, and it will be in Venus, making bulls and Taurus risings. Bow, chicka, bow, wow, a little Randy. That's right, you're planting seeds there in Love Fest Day. The moon crossing Venus is going to really inspire you to open up and open up in any way you want to choose. But I think you're feeling safer now that your mirage is on course and I think you're getting ready to like do some business, and you're feeling that. But really, we're talking about something you would go through in Sagittarius, so this is a bit of a foreshadow to foreplay. Then on Wednesday, Neptune rules the day. It's pretty cloudy. The moon will be in Sagittarius, so Tauruses will probably feel rather guarded, as will the risings, and you will probably take a day to yourself. It will also be a spiritual day, probably extra day for Neptune, so you'll want to do extra meditation and extra light casting on that day if you do that sort of thing. I myself take Wednesday. I happen to have a day. I'm looking forward to meditating on that day. I have a meditation date on Wednesday, and on that Wednesday, I'm also going to be encouraging you and myself to decide. Use your intuition and really ask yourself what in your daily life is valuable to your heart. What does your heart really love about your daily life? And what does your heart not love about your daily life? Okay? Those are the things you have to be honest with on Wednesday. On Thursday, you're going to decide, make a decision of what's going to go and the kind of lifestyle you want to grow. What you go and what will grow. That's the back and forth. Now, the moon is in Capricorn, so you might be fighting old dogmatic beliefs. You might have believed it was supposed to be this way, or believed that you would have won the lottery by now, or believed all sorts of self-limiting beliefs that make it more difficult for you to accept your lifestyle or your change of reality. So as you're feeling that grand square on Thursday, you're actually being called to, again, cut away what your heart isn't attached to in the moment and embrace a lifestyle that's based on love and success outside of any beliefs, and with Jupiter holding a positive attitude. Still, we have that positive attitude, that positive emotional attitude being challenged. Then on Friday, we're going to take action. So if you decided to quit a job or start a job or go to the gym or quit the gym or start a diet or not start a diet or change your lifestyle, Friday is the day that you're going to feel that compulsion to go ahead and get started on it, and I recommend that you absolutely do. It's also a day of theory. The moon will be in Capricorn, and as you're stepping in and you're seeing your life start to change, the grand square is also relaxing, thank goddess for that. But as you're feeling that Friday and you're taking action, you're starting to feel life purpose come up. You're starting to feel what this is all about anyways, and why have I gone through all this anyways. I think you're getting some answers emotionally on Friday. Then comes Saturn Day, and on Saturn Day, it's really kind of a test because the attitude, your mental attitude and staying positive and keeping calm emotionally is directly working against the lifestyle. So lifestyle may be looking like it's going that way, and attitude wants to go that way, or a discussion, maybe you're having a negotiation and negotiation goes that way and lifestyle goes that way. And Saturday is really about, resolving those fears that your mind can stay calm and everything will be cool no matter what life will be doing. And to understand that your mental state of happiness does not have to directly affect your daily reality. This is a choice of mixing states of awareness, and so Saturday is a bit of a test of faith. Part of what's pushing you on Saturday is career. The moon will be in Aquarius, pulling Taurus and Taurus risings to career feelings on, of course, a Saturday. It's pretty common. I wake up on a Saturday, I'm thinking about career. Now, I'm taking a sneak peek at next week. Really, next week, the key days to listen. Wednesday, a quantum breakthrough, the light bulb goes off. And then Friday, Saturday, the full moon, the final full moon for Tauruses and Taurus risings, a real test of faith between faith and reality. And the full moon will challenge that in those late degrees. Hits at 25, a very spiritual full moon next week. All right, now we parachute down to earth for just a moment. I have a couple announcements, and I've got your Serious Joy toy after this.
At Solmar.me, we have prices and specials worth jumping for. Like the Guardian Agency, our digital network that'll watch over you through email 7 days a week, 7 times a day. Come join our free open house next week. Just navigate to Solmar.me. While you're there, fill out your date of birth and email address in our custom form, and you'll get 7 days free. No credit card required to sign up. Come on down. And while you're there, you might want to also check out the Orbits Report and Jupiter Gets Emotional. Now just $11.11 for limited time and for immediate download. At Solmar.me, mind, body, and soul improvement. Parachute not included.
Tauruses and Taurus risings. And now for your Serious Joy toy. And if you're just joining me, this is a little intellectual toy to play with, something that's kind of a game, something for your inner child, something to do the whole week that will in fact help you break through the month's lesson. It's something I've been working on for some time now. Now last week your serious joy toy was, what is the life of the Dalai Lama? And I was saying that I thought Libra and peace. I was thinking, well, who is very peaceful? I know the Dalai Lama. Insert any peaceful character there. And I was asking you, what kind of a lifestyle would it be if you were that person? Because at the end of the day, the Taurus needs to be that chill, right? That's our goal. So this week we're going to build right on top of that. And I want you to reorganize your reality. So as you're going through reality all week long, I want you to believe and know that you can make changes by just a snap of the finger. And in each case, if something bugs you in reality, I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you have faith this will work out? And if it doesn't, get rid of it. All right? So for instance, if the hot water heater breaks and the repairman says they can fix it in just an hour's time, but then again it is a 15-year-old water heater, maybe I should buy a new one. Do I have faith that this water heater will work? No. Therefore, I decide I'm going to get rid of it. So anything you don't have heartfelt faith on, you decide to get rid of. Reorganize your reality this week, Taurus. Bring a Virgo with you if you need help, because they are really good about that stuff. And that is your Serious Joy toy. All right, well, I will see you in 7 days with more. Namaste, and live, love, be. Seen all of that? Like you're like a booger thrower? Is what you are? You're one of those?
Mud pies.
Okay, fine. Mud pies, boogers. Pick your goo. But whatever it is, you're a goo thrower. You throw goo at people. I know it. And you know, I know those little goo throwers. They're always cute. You can see inside their heart is good as they're throwing a spit wad at you. But as the target of the goo throwers, I just have to say, it's not fun on the receiving end.
But we always clean you guys up afterwards. We never leave you high and dry.
Lick you clean.
That's true.
At least I
Strangely enough, the goo throwers do turn into people that get you high in high school. You're right. You're right. That is an interesting arc of character development in the United States anyway.